American filmmaker Kevin Smith is back and blending horror with comedy in Tusk. Justin Long plays a cynical podcaster who travels to Winnipeg for a story, and bizarre terror ensues. From the Toronto International Film Festival, this is Red Carpet Diary.
I don't want you to go to Canada tomorrow.
It's for the podcast. It's what I do.
I travel around and I interview weird or interesting people.
So look out, you crazy Canucks! Wandering Wallace takes a raunchy road trip up to the Great White North.
We'd read this dopey article online that had memed around the internet for a little while. If I'm using that term incorrectly, I apologize, young America. But it was about a guy who was offering up room for rent in his house in exchange for you dress up, the potential lodger, dress up like a walrus. So it turned out to be a hoax, but like we loved it. We were talking about it on this podcast that I do. It just captured my imagination the same way it captures people's imagination. If it had been a horse or anything like that, nobody would be like, oh, forget that movie. But a walrus just makes you stop just long enough to go like, how do you turn a person into a walrus? And you have to start building it in your head.
My guy's, he's a little bit of a xenophobe, and he's kind of not he's not the nicest, warmest person. He's kind of lost his humanity in a lot of ways, and he's a bit of an asshole, and I think Canadians are not that. And so yeah, he's very cynical about Canada, I think. But it was also the fact that he didn't know where he was, and he's in the middle of nowhere.
Why are you doing this? Are you really mourning your humanity? I don't understand. Who in the hell would want to be human?
What was your reaction when you saw this script, heard this story? Kevin Smith says, I'm going to make a movie about a guy that gets turned into a walrus.
Listen, I read this script about 12 a.m. I did not go to sleep. It just traumatized me in the best way possible. I knew I wanted to be a part of it. I knew that I just, who did I have to talk to be in it?
It came out of this dopey conversation, and I was like, let's see if we can make it. And 6 months after that conversation on the podcast, I was on a set going action, and there was Justin Long dressed like a walrus. So anything's possible, kids.
I'm so scared. This guy wants to turn me into an animal or something.